Listen in as 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop game of their choice. This is 5 GMs in a Trench Coat.
Hello everyone and welcome to 5 GMs in a Trench Coat. My name is Tanner, I'll be your GM for today. On my left...
Hi there, I'm Adam, and I play Jack Elrond, and there's just a small chance I set one of these bombs off shortly.
It's true. It's your
I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, I'm Kim, and I play B, and I'm real owies right now.
Real owies.
Also true statement.
Yeah.
And I'm Jesse. I play Titus the Typhoon, and he's in no danger whatsoever.
I mean, the least amount so far.
Currently.
Hello. I'm Talon. Sorry.
I smoke 5 packs a day.
Gosh! I'm D'vonne. My name's Tandem. I play D'vonne. I love you.
I missed you guys.
Miss you guys. How you doing this week?
I'm neutral.
Guys, let me know how you're doing in the comments.
In the comments, let us know how you're doing.
So, last we left off, B had been shot. We discovered, Titus picked up a bomb, and Siren brought it back to the ship. That's crazy. Jack is trying to find where the other 3 are in the town, and D'vonne is off going to support someone. So, we will start back up with Titus.
All right.
You're heading to the temple,
shot.
yeah, Ty?
Yep.
Okay. So you're are you walking? Are you running?
I'm running.
Okay, so you're running to the temple. Maybe you're a little winded by the time you get there. You're about another 500 feet out, a little less maybe, and you catch that there are some people outside talking. Mm-hmm. A small gathering of them. It's not just 2 anymore, but it's no more than maybe like 6, 5. But yeah, they're all just talking out there, so that's what you see at the temple's entrance, basically. Do you do anything?
Can I start circling around it to see if there's another way in?
Yeah, sure. So it's fairly big, but you could probably get that done in about 10 minutes, walking the perimeter of the whole place.
Okay.
So you take your time, kind of scoping it out, and yeah, there might... It's kind of like a... what's a comparison? It's like a cave system almost. There are large holes, small holes within the trees. But I don't think you could get to any of them except the main entrance itself without a dragon's help.
That was the realest noise you ever made.
Alright. I guess I need a distraction then.
Bomb! Runs off.
Yeah, I mean, could I make a Molotov?
Yeah, you carry alcohol on you all the time. You could
Yeah.
just find some cloth somewhere and light.
You're wearing a shirt.
Yeah, I'll
True.
rip some
The
of my
only
shirt.
thing is I don't know how you light it.
Oh,
Unless you
shit.
carry flint and steel on you at all times.
You have a gun, don't you?
That's true too. You could not load a bullet, into your flintlock basically and just fire. It'll ignite it probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a shot at it.
All right. Well, okay. So roll me a shoot.
Or, you know what, maybe it'd be better if I just... No, let's just do that. Never
But
mind.
also just break the back part off of one of your other guns and use the flint on it.
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
It's your call, bud.
You know what? I'm just gonna prop up the alcohol on a tree or something and shoot it to try to ignite it. See if that works.
Okay. Roll me a shoot on a tree. So a part of the temple.
No, because I'm trying to make a distraction, so I'm doing it
Oh,
off to the
I
side.
see.
And I could throw some gunpowder. I have some gunpowder. So I could
Sure.
throw some
I'll
gunpowder
let
in
you
there,
do
too.
that for a +1.
Okay. Yeah. So 1, 4, 5. So I got 5 to shoot.
Great. Yeah. So you place your alcohol bottle, and you recall the many times you and Tandem have thrown up alcohol bottles into the air and tried shooting it, and every time you miss. But this time, Jesse, you hit. Mm-hmm. So the alcohol coats the tree, and the flames from your gun's shot ignite the alcohol, and yeah, the tree goes up pretty fast. It's not an instant blaze. But, it's the fire spreading.
Okay, find a place to hide and just kind of yell out, "The rebels are here! The rebels are here!"
Yeah, roll a stealth first.
I don't have a stealth. We're gonna raw dog this one, boys. Oh, I got a +2.
All right, so you hide behind a stall or something like that that's abandoned at the moment. And then roll a report for me.
3.
Okay.
Okay. So you catch their attention, and all of a sudden they're like on alert, and two of them see the tree, and you see them go and like investigate it. But you can see now there are still about two there.
God damn it. All right, I'm gonna be hiding, and then when they come to investigate, I'm gonna surprise them and start blasting.
Okay. So tell me exactly what you do. Like.
So I'm like hiding,
Huh?
and then when I hear like them get close to the fire to investigate it, come out.
You're literally just coming out with you have two guns on you, and you're taking two shots.
Yeah. Let's
All right,
go.
roll your shoot. So your first shot was a 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your second one.
Was a 4.
Okay, so the first shot, you step out and one of them notices you and kind of turns.
What a bitch.
You fire your first shot and it tags him in the leg, and he like falls out from under him. It doesn't like blow off his leg or anything like that. He's be a bullet wound there now. And then the other one doesn't notice you at all until you fire that first shot, but you too quick. The second shot hits him in the stomach somewhere, and he falls like back for a second. He's not down for the count. They're both around, but you caught him off guard.
Okay. If they're hurt, then I'm just gonna start reloading then.
One of them doesn't need a reload.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna reload the other one just to be safe.
So roll your initiative for me, just so that we know order of operations here.
So I got a 2.
So then, yeah, we'll move on for now. Jack, you're still looking for that building.
Drop the guy off.
Yeah. You didn't drop him off. You dropped him from your dragon.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Drop
know.
that guy off.
I know. You didn't like
Off
drop
my
him
dragon.
off.
You didn't like bring him to school.
I killed him.
Yeah.
So I like. Alright. I'm just gonna sort of scan. I'm gonna calm myself, and I'm going to try to notice and
Alright.
see if I could find anyone rushing anywhere, like
I
directionally. Like people
Yeah.
who
might be heading in that direction. Who look like it?
A 2.
Okay, yeah. So you see one person running through the streets, and they're carrying something. They're running too fast to be carrying a heavy metal object. They're running with stuff that isn't like a basket or like food or like like a kit or anything. It was like they stand out in particular.
I'm closing in on that. I'm like, go get him.
Okay, so yeah, you head down, and your dragon's a lot faster than a person.
Am I like next to him?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are you running with?
So are you flying alongside him, or do you land?
I'll land in front of him, but sort of like ready, like a guy. Like yeah. If he tries to like make any weird moves, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay. So it looks like one of the engineers from earlier has parchment in his arms of some kind, and he just stops and looks at you and like deer in the headlights.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Roll me a rapport.
2.
Safety.
Cool. Where's that?
Roll another rapport.
2 again.
Are you gonna kill me if I don't tell you?
Probably.
He just kind of looks down, and he looks up, and he says, "It's a brick building, about a mile that way. I'll just go in the other direction."
I think that's really nice. Get on the dragon. I'm gonna like shoot him towards the dragon with my gun.
Do I have? And he stops. Yeah, like
Just look at him like.
yeah. He gets on your dragon.
Cool.
He's not clipped in, but
Yeah, and I just climb back on and clip in, and I'm like, if you move funny, I'm just gonna drop you off the dragon.
okay.
And towards the building now.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I was him.
Yeah, you take off in that direction, the direction he told
Yeah.
you. And yeah, it takes you like a minute to like find like this brick building.
Yeah.
It's smaller. It's like kind of like a warehouse. It's shorter but wide, you know, and it's all brick, which is unusual in this town. And yeah, it's there.
Alright.
Nobody. There are people going in and out.
I'll
Lots.
take a quick beat. And I want to look at the guy and be like, hey, what was your job in all this? What were you doing?
I was one of the engineers in charge of the materials we were using on the gliding apparatus.
All right, quick question. What do you think's going to happen with the boxes with elements in them and with magic in them? What do you think's going to go on with that?
I think it's going to explode like a bunch of gunpowder in a barrel, but worse.
How much worse?
like looks down. And how high up were you guys?
We're probably like, because I'm doing this as we're like coming in. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because I don't think I'm gonna take it like it's a beat to like talk, but I think that like I'll maybe slow, but I'm gonna try to like slam into this place.
He like stops and he thinks and he says, maybe 3 ships wide, like he's speaking like in ships, like 3 ships wide, and 3 ships long, I guess, and I don't know how tall.
All right, thank you. I look down. We're probably like 10 feet. Like, you should jump because I'm gonna go in there and probably kill a bunch of people.
He nods. He still has the parchments in his arms.
So he's like,
yeah, I was gonna be like, he's probably gonna give it to you anyway, just because like he gets it
just
now.
put my hand out and like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, so he gives it to you and jumps off, and he kind of just like walks backwards and looks at you, just kind of like, this is surreal. Like,
What the fuck?
yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then he turns and runs.
Cool. Yeah.
So then we'll cut from you.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna Kool-Aid man this bitch.
Siren and D'vonne,
Maybe,
you have a general sense of where everybody is.
I
Maybe the only person who has a general sense of that.
yeah, I told Titus I was circling back for him,
Okay.
so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're gonna head towards the temple. 'Cause
Yes.
that's last. So it's not gonna take you long at all. Like you guys are fast. You're gonna clear that in like a couple minutes probably. So yeah, you arrive like, and you see Titus locked in combat. Kind of. He's already kind of taken out 2 guys, which is kind of impressive. He doesn't look hurt himself. And then there are 2 people who are currently running towards him. They look angry.
Upsetty spaghetti.
How long until they kind of get
Oh,
there?
I'd say roughly a turn. 6 seconds.
Okay. Tanner.
I'm listening.
If I were to do the new stunty that Siren
yes.
has,
Yes.
would it be able to arc through
Them?
the distance or no?
Not all 4. The 2, yes.
The 2, yes. Okay.
Either of the 2. You could do either of the 2, but not all 4.
Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to do all 4. So kind of just...
You could hold your turn until they get there.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
So roll me initiative for both of you.
You said Siren first.
Yeah.
So, what is it?
Fly.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's 3. And for me, it's athletics. That's 2.
Yes. Okay. So then, yeah, you will have an initiative of 2. You'll go after Titus.
Okay.
Just don't get jumped.
I showed up and I started charging an attack.
Yeah.
All right. So B, you're back on the boat,
Yep.
laid out again. I don't know if this hurts worse or hurts less, but
I think in some strange way it's both.
yeah, no, I hear you.
Morally, it hurts more.
Yeah, morally,
Physically.
physically it's about the same.
So Tandem is like, you're sitting in a chair that's too
Yeah. big
for you, and
I
Tandem,
can almost lay down in it.
right? Tandem has his med kit for whatever that is back then, and is like, you're gonna be all right, B. We're gonna figure this out. You survived this already. You think it's really a good idea to leave them behind like that?
I mean, I don't like it, but also we have to get this information to Mabel.
What is it exactly?
So, how much did Jack tell you?
Nothing, right?
I mean, I just told him it was bad.
Yeah, like he told me it was bad, but not much else.
It's pretty bad. It's like a bomb, I think. But
Okay, keep going. You're good, Kim. Keep going.
yeah, so it's a bomb, I think, but like a real bad one. I don't know. They're doing some shit.
Magic bomb.
Yeah, like Jack said that they put a bunch of magic in a box. I can't imagine that be good.
No, they're just batteries. They're just making energy.
Yeah, they're making autonomous dragons. No, so Tandem kind of furrows his brow. He says, "That sounds real bad. I can't say I know much about that sort of thing, but you think we're doing the right thing here?"
I mean, we're trying to make sure they don't kill a bunch of people. Because I imagine it's being used for the rebellion.
Fair enough. You guys know if they have those bombs anywhere else?
don't know. I got shot.
Sorry, right, sorry. And he like goes back to banjing. You like he stopped for a second. Yeah, he's like, oh shit, you are shot.
Literally bleeding out in front of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, it's just you two like chatting in the quarters at the moment. And then we'll go back to Titus.
All right.
So, the guard who you shot out from under his feet fell, right?
Was she good to go? I thought she readied the action once they got close.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you can go whenever you want.
I just don't want Titus to die.
Those guards aren't there yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the other guards to make it there.
Yeah, so this
Well,
is one.
I'm charging it, you know?
This is one of the guards that's already there. Yeah.
I thought that this was gonna happen
No.
before the guards got to act.
Nah, I get you.
Also, Titus is gonna get lit the fuck up right now.
Sorry, Titus.
So the first guy's gonna get up for one action, and then he is gonna pull out his pistol and shoot at you. So Titus, roll on athletics.
Titus, catch it.
Catch it and
In
throw
your
it back.
teeth.
Guys, this is the mission.
0.
So it was not that bad, but like, okay, so Titus,
Can I re-roll? Can I use?
why? Why would you reroll? Tell me why you get to reroll.
Because alcoholic, so I like stumbled.
Okay, then yes, I'll let you. That's hilarious. Reroll.
Wait, are you spending a point to reroll?
Yeah, I don't want to get shot.
So
Look how it worked out for her.
So Jesse, you like Titus like whoop, and then like vomits a little down, and it goes right over your head. The bullet.
I'm gonna blast that guy.
All right, roll a shoot.
Oh my god.
It just came back. Worse?
Yeah.
Got a -1.
Your gun blows up.
Yeah, you miss.
Cool.
You have another action.
Oh, I guess I'll shoot the other gun.
This is the +2 one, right?
Yeah, this is the +2 one.
Okay, so cancel the 2 minuses, so it's +1.
This is +1. Yeah, so the 4.
Yeah, no. So he kind of stumbles over and dodges the shot too.
Oh, just
I
the
want
best.
to be cool.
Uh-oh.
I shouldn't have tried to be cool.
Uh-oh, I just want to try something new.
The the 2 guards are there though. Do get close. One of them helps the other guy kind of do his feet, holds him up. The one that you weren't fighting just now. The other one is preparing to shoot, but it's not their turn yet. They just arrived, so.
And so they arrived, and so I can do my thing.
Yes.
Or no? Okay.
Zap 'em.
And they're all really close to each other right now, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Get
So
'em.
what I want to do is I want to aim for the one that's the most hurt,
Okay.
and then have it arc through them.
Do
Right?
it.
Would that be better, or should I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to take out. I want to take them out. 6.
So the first 2 male. One of them's the new guy. One of them's the guy on the ground. The guy on the ground is fried instantly. He's gone. Yeah, the other guy gets zapped and like starts convulsing on the floor from the shock. The other 2 seem to just like through it. Now it's their turn. They're gonna turn and shoot towards the Cavalier because that's kind of the more pressing problem. Roll Siren's Fly.
His fly is a 4.
Okay, and then roll it again.
That's a 5.
They each take shots and they go wide. Like Siren
thank God.
dodged both of them expertly.
God.
And then they just look at each other and go for Titus. You're
Oh
not in
my
that range
God,
anymore.
they just keep-
So they go for Titus with knives. Titus, roll a fight.
Pull your sword out. You do pull your sword out.
6.
Okay, and then the other one. The one more.
2.
Okay, so take 1 physical stress,
Oh, ouchie.
but neither of them land a blow.
Bitch.
So, like a damaging blow at least. So yeah, we're gonna go back now to Jack.
Cool.
Roll me.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I was gonna say roll me. I think we said fight for
It's
Dag.
physique, 'cause
Phys-
he's
yes,
just-
that's
he's
right.
just- He's just body slamming. 4.
All right, so just like some guys are like, oh, like they're in a filing room. They're like, oh god, we need like get all your stuff. They're coming, and then bam, yeah, and like a hole's blown in.
I just pull 2 guns out. I'm like, well.
So okay, start just firing.
I want to scan the room. I want to find the boxes.
They're not there. They're not in this room specifically.
Do I see nerds?
Yeah.
Nerds! Where are the boxes?
Roll me a rapport. +2.
I got a 6.
Okay. Yeah. One of them's like, Yeah. They're in that room over there.
Many thanks. And then I'm just gonna fly towards them.
And I points, and
Yeah.
you just go like a couple rooms down, and there's a big metal door where they said the stuff was in.
Okay.
They point you towards the big metal
And the
door.
scientists are just like running around, right?
Yeah, they're mostly leaving now, right? It's a pretty like sizable building, and there are a lot of dudes just like going out.
So I'm gonna have Staghorn start like water blasting it.
Okay.
Like a pressure cutter.
Yeah, roll me magic.
And then while he's doing that, can I do something else?
Yeah.
I got a 4.
Okay, yeah. So Staghorn starts like blasting water at this big metal door, and is this something he's done before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a thing we've like done because it's like I said, it's like what is that? A pressure cutter with water? Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Water
I
pressure cutter.
I know what you're talking about. It starts right. He's starting to cut through it, but it's taking a long time. It's a really thick metal, you can tell, like
Okay.
just from looking at it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some time.
All right. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go out and see if I can grab a nerd.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me like a quick fight, I guess, if you're trying to physique.
Wow, 4.
Yeah. You like somebody like this.
I walk out, I'm like, you come here, and I like grab him,
There's like a human, brown hair,
Yeah.
green eyes, short.
pull him over. I'm like, keys.
He looks around, like at nothing, right, and looks to you, and he says, I don't have any keys. I just work here. And he's starting to, like, I.
Come on, man.
Roll me a rapport. Get it together, man.
I got a
Slap.
3.
A 3? I think he says, I don't have any keys. I've only worked here a few months, and I don't know who has the keys because I'm not. My clearance isn't that high.
Does he look like he has anything important on him?
He's pretty young. It looks like
Like just like any papers on him that like I think could be damning.
he has a bag. You know what's inside of it.
I just kind of like take it off his shoulders and then just smack him on the butt.
Okay.
Just let him run away.
And then he runs off.
All right. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna go ahead and wait for
Stag to finish.
So I'm gonna kind of post up and turn around and pull 2 guns out and just wait at the door. I'm like,
Okay. So, yeah, a couple minutes passes by as Staghorn's, like, working through this, and he's having to take, like, breaths, basically, right? But, eventually, do you check what's in that bag?
Yeah, I would check.
Okay. It mostly seems like chalk, and there's some parchment on there, a bit of graphite, but there's also, like, some weird materials that don't make much sense to, like, for them to be in there. Like... Oh God, how much does Jack know about like chemistry, or I guess anything like that? Yeah.
Probably not a ton.
Yeah. It looks like just pieces of like rock and metal to you, but it's rock and metal. I don't know. But yeah, after a couple minutes, Staghorn finishes cutting a hole in the door. The door's pretty big, maybe like 7 feet wide by like 8-10 feet tall. It's a square-ish door. He cuts a hole in it, and like starts pushing the metal through, like the big metal piece he just cut out through. And yeah, nobody's like coming at you. Some people are looking at you, but you have a big ass dragon and guns, so they're staying pretty far away. And once Staghorn gets the big metal piece through, pushes it over, do you walk in?
I'd like to peek in first, like a little like look see to see if there's any crazy shit going on in there.
You see the first thing you see is a bomb, like one of the bombs that you've seen. Yeah, it has a little like a little analog like counter. It says 5 seconds left. So I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke, guys. Don't worry.
Okay, thank
Could you
God.
imagine?
I just leave.
Adam leaves the campaign forever.
Walk out.
You see a bomb, and then you peek and you see a bomb, and then you start looking around. More bombs. And there are a lot of bombs here, Adam. And so a lot of them seem to be in cases. Some of them are like in cases that have been opened. It seems a couple are missing. And there's also some parchment. If you go inside, there's some parchment you see. Do you want to go up and read it?
Yeah, I'll go inside and go up and read it.
Jack was a soldier. Do you know like Does Adam know? Because Jack, I'm sure, knows. Like, when military personnel get, like, new equipment, like, there's instruction manuals, basically, with, like, diagrams and stuff on how to use it.
Yeah.
It's that. Like, and, like, so you, like, probably looking at this now, Jack is being like, oh, like, I get it now. Oh.
Okay, so I do have a question.
Yeah.
These are the same kind of bombs that they were making, right?
Yep.
I thought there was only 2 of them.
There seem to be more here. And okay, let me rephrase that. It looks like there's a lot of bombs here. Like you're seeing what Jack would be like, oh, these are bombs.
Okay.
You don't see what's inside of them. And there are a lot of cases in here, and since you're seeing bombs in cases, you're inferring that there's a lot more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that tracks.
So, yeah, and you also have instructions on how to use each bomb. Yeah, if you pocket those.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll those up and just kind of slide them in my bag.
Okay, and then
I would
Staghorn can fit in here.
Okay, so first I would like to start checking them.
You want to try opening bombs? I'm just checking.
I want to see if they're all actually bombs.
Okay, so roll me some lore or like any knowledge skill you might have that would pertain to this.
Investigate.
I'll give you a +2 because you have the instruction manual on how to use them, and I'll give you investigate. That's fine.
Thank goodness. 4. Nope, a 2.
Okay. Okay. Now roll me flat.
3.
Okay. So you get to 1, and you're like, okay, I think I know how to do this. You start opening it, and you just hear. So it's not open yet. Here's the thing. So it's not open yet. Like you haven't gotten it open. You just like start to like get it open, and you just hear, and that's it.
I think I pause and I look at Staghorn. How does Staghorn look?
How expressionful is Staghorn?
As expressionful as a little water creature can be, you know.
So he's just looking at you. He's not leaving your side.
Can he pick one up to see if it has weight to it? See if there's something inside?
That's a good idea. But is the weight just the casing? I'm just gonna pick it. Yeah, I'll reclose it.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. This one feels you picked up the other one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That one you guys had dealt with. Yeah, that one feels pretty heavy. About as heavy. I mean, if you had to guesstimate, right? It's been a hectic day.
I'll just walk over to another one and pick that one up.
Lighter, significantly so.
Okay. That's the testing method.
All
I go through the whole room trying to find all the ones that are active.
Okay, so you start going through, and we'll say that a lot of them are just.
Also, I'd like to instruct Staghorn to face out the hole in case anyone comes and just start blasting anybody that comes near.
All right, for sure. You're not. Wait, hold on. How do you word that exactly?
Blast any non-friendlies that come near.
Okay. So you see him go immediately out the hole, and then are you watching or anything? No. Okay. So yeah, you just he immediately goes out. I can't make the sound in the mic, but wah, yeah, exactly. Just like that, and oh, wait.
Well,
stuff like that. You start going through the bombs, and we'll say maybe half of them that you've checked so far. Maybe you've checked 10. Don't seem to have anything in them at all.
Okay.
Some of them aren't as heavy as the first, but they're heavier than that. And then you maybe get to 2, and you're like, oh no, these feel pretty heavy.
Hello, and welcome back to the middle of the episode. Today's ad is from our friends over at Game Master Monday and Slay the Stars, with a new limited actual play podcast.
Some stories are epic tales for the ages, hours of content, sprawling narratives that pull you in and consume years of your life.
This isn't one of those stories.
Join the creators of Game Master Monday and Slay the Stars with a special guest from Lost Guide Games as they take you on a journey of hope and desperation.
Using the Arc Doom TTRPG system, Bella's Comet is nothing like you've experienced so far.
Because there's a twist.
And the clock is ticking.
Episode 1 of Bella's Comet releases on October 4th. Listen in on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks, guys. That sounds super fun and a little stressful. Be sure to tune in on October 4th for Bella's Comet. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
And then we're going to cut back to D'vonne and Titus. You're with Siren. Titus, all of you, I guess, are engaged in combat with these, like, what are left of the guards you've been fighting, right? And all of a sudden, there's a... D'vonne, both of you roll me a Dragon Rider skill.
3.
6.
Okay, so... Yeah... Titus, there's like a dragon roar from inside the temple, and everybody stops, right? Like, at least all of your enemies stop. So Titus, you hear that. D'vonne, do you know when, like, a human, like, uses their hands to make a duck call?
Yeah.
And you know how it sounds like a duck, but, like,
It's
maybe...
not.
Yeah, it's like somebody who knows the call, you're like, oh, that's not that, right? Mm-hmm. It sounds like a dragon, but there's something wrong about that sound, and it's not an issue of, like, breed or, like, species. Like, whatever's coming from the temple isn't a dragon, but is made to sound like one.
That's so icky.
And it's not. I also want to make it clear. It's not like a animalistic sound. Again, like imagine like a whistle, like a duck whistle, but a dragon whistle, right? Like,
okay. So it just sounds
like a dragon,
fake.
But maybe artificial to you.
Artificial.
Like it sounds like an artificial dragon, not like a mechanical dragon, yet, but an artificial one, you know. But Titus, that's you. You're like, oh, that's a dragon. Like there has to be a dragon in there or something that can make that noise.
Does Siren react to the sound?
Roll me. Well, okay. How does Siren react? Because Siren hears it.
Well.
Roll me. Does Siren have like a notice skill or anything? Have that's a good question, Jesse. Have Siren
notice.
Have Siren roll me a notice skill.
That's 3.
Siren looks in the direction, and maybe like tenses. You like you see and maybe feel him like tense slightly, but he's not moving or doing anything. And he doesn't. I mean, he's pretty hard to read, right? Even for D'vonne, but like you're not seeing him angry or anything.
That's interesting. I want to go to the temple because who is
so?
that?
So it is worth noting, like when you guys like everybody stops. Anybody who's not dead or downed, start like they maybe disengage from you guys and like start backing away. And there's one of them that just like says, I don't think any of us want to disturb whatever that was, so how about we all just leave? And they start like kind of backing away, like even if you guys don't like.
Oh, if you guys want to leave, go ahead. Go home.
Yeah, fuck off.
Okay, so yeah, a couple of them are dead. I think, yeah. And they pick up their, like, 2 of them, like, pick up their buddy, like, their buddies, whatever buddies are downed, and they skedaddle. Quickly, but they do.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, let everyone know Titus the Typhoon did this.
Roll me flat, Jesse.
You got a 1.
They don't even seem to pay attention to you, but one of them whispers like, who is he talking about? So yeah, it kind of like that whatever noise that was kind of cleared, like again, whoever you guys were engaged with is gone, but like even like this part of the town was kind of like abandoned already. So it's pretty quiet now. Like there's nobody around except you guys and whatever the hell may be in that temple. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Like, it seems pretty abandoned in this area of town. Save for you guys. So...
I'm gonna turn to Titus and be like, well, I'm gonna go check that out.
Let's go.
Word.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head towards the temple?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll remind you, it's like... It's built out of trees, not out of wood. It's as if, like, trees and other plants, like, formed in a specific shape in order to, like, make whatever this temple is. I don't think you guys have ever really been inside something like this. As you enter, it's dark, like, your vision, like, it's really dark all of a sudden, so your vision adjusts, and it takes a second, and then you start seeing, like, what look like, bowls, like metal bowls, like lining the wall. And Siren, independently of you, goes up to one, and like postures up on the wall and like looks down in it, and then looks at you.
What the fuck is he doing?
And
he doesn't just like do things on his own.
and then what's Siren's like intelligence or knowledge? Does he have any? And if not, how smart would you say Siren is?
Dude. I mean, he's smart enough to like understand and follow my orders.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
He goes up to Titus, and Titus I don't think you ever, like, Siren and you have ever really interacted, right? Like, directly?
So. Yeah.
He goes up to you, and he nudges your gun.
I'll pull it out.
And then he walks back to the bowl, and, like, kind of dips his nose, like, towards the bowl, like, into the bowl. You guys can't see what's inside of it. You'd have to, like, approach the bowl to see.
Yeah, I'd approach, because, like, what the fuck is Siren doing? This isn't you.
Do you approach with D'vonne, Titus?
Yeah.
Both of you roll me a notice or an investigate. Investigate would be better.
Oh, I got 2. Investigate.
Got a 1.
Okay. Titus, it smells like oil and gunpowder. Like, the closer you get to the bowl, it smells like oil and gunpowder. And there are bowls lining the walls. But it's hard to say what it is. You can't see it.
If only we had someone with fire magic, this would
be a lot more convenient, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, would I have something on me to light a fire?
You always have the flint in your gun. And steel, like, by definition. Yeah. Like, you're using a flintlock gun.
Yeah, I'll try to make a little spark to ignite this.
Okay. Roll me a shoot.
I got a 5.
Yeah, so you grab the flint and just kind of draw it against the steel of your gun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it creates some sparks, drops in. Siren backs up. Do you back up with him?
Yeah.
And it explodes in fire. So you back up maybe 5 feet, and you just feel a wave of like heat hit you. And then the column maybe goes like 5-6 feet up. But notably, like, the trees don't seem to be scorched or burned near it, like near the bowl. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, there's a light source, right? And along the plant walls, you guys see weird, like, symbols. And they seem to, like, stretch on along the wall everywhere.
Can I, lure him?
Yeah. And Siren suddenly is really interested in those symbols.
Oh.
Like, he's, like, again, maybe, like, leaving your side, which is a little unusual, and, like, going up and, like, panning his head, like, right to left. Like, just at the symbols. Not like slowly, like that. Like, you know how, like, a dog, when it's, like, has 2 stimuli that are near it, it just goes like, where do I look? It's kind of like that. Does that make sense?
Interesting. That was bad. Question.
Yep.
I have a stunt called Rider's Wisdom.
Yeah.
Can I use my Dragon Ride instead? Or possibly reroll?
Yeah, I'll let you do either of those things.
I'm gonna reroll it.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 4.
Yeah, there's maybe something, like, tickling you, like, in the back of your mind of, like, this looks, like, almost like this looks familiar, but you can't quite place it, right? Like, you know for a fact this was not ever in your, like, formal education. Like, nobody ever taught you whatever this is, so it's hard to say. But, again, there's something tickling in the back of your mind where you're like, huh.
And Siren is, like, in it? Like,
yeah, he's fascinated by it, it seems.
Use parchment to get, like, a copy of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna use some parchment and some, like...
Yeah, because I have, like, a notebook on me, a journal that I write in.
Sure, you can also try to replicate, like, the symbols if you want.
Yeah,
it's not
just
that
kinda,
hard.
Like, copy what I see.
Okay. And yeah, so the room you guys are in is pretty big. Now that there's some light to illuminate the interior, it's bigger on the inside, or it looks bigger on the inside than it does on the outside. And it's really... minimalistic isn't quite the right word. Plain isn't either. There's not a lot in here that would look... So in your characters too, you know how like churches have like art, or even if they don't have art, they have really specific like the pews look a certain way or whatever, or architecture, right? This doesn't seem to follow like anything like that. Like the architecture seems organically grown. Imagine a big room where the floor is dirt and any seats don't look like seats that humans would use, but you could sit in there if you wanted to. There's no art, there are just symbols on the walls, and that's about all you can see right now.
Is this a dragon church?
Is this a dragon church?
So you guys asked that?
Yeah.
Could we maybe have Siren try to interact with these symbols?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna probably like turn to Siren and be like, well, what do you want to do?
Siren turns to you and circles you and like just keeps like, now he's kind of like running like along the walls to like see more, but he's not doing anything outside of looking at it.
This is weird.
There's a you both can vaguely make out like a tunnel towards the back of the room, maybe 20 feet away from you guys, that seems to lead elsewhere.
Okay. And there's nothing in this room particularly that I think made that sound that we heard? Or should I...
Not that you can see from the one light source you have.
Oh shit. I don't have any light sources. You know what? I'm gonna take some of the fire from the fire thingy, and all the other ones that are around it.
Start letting...
I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Just...
Do you have like a piece of wood on you or anything? Or a piece of cloth, piece of parchment?
Probably, yeah, just rip something off of me.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure. Then yeah, like you get some cloth and you like, it's burning a little fast, but you can at least get to the next couple. And yeah, the more you light up the room, or at least this side of the room...
I'm gonna like rip off a piece of my sleeve and finagle it. And like dip it into the fire and throw it in the other one.
Okay, so so you'll light the next one. More symbols. Like they, and again, like they trail off into the darkness. So it looks right now like these might just line all of the walls of the room, the temple.
Since this is organic, is there just like a stick laying around that we could just...
You try and break something off from the wall.
Yeah.
There's the floor, although made of dirt, is immaculate. There are no, like, there's no dirt, no rock. Oh, sorry, there's no dirt. There's no rocks, there's no twigs in the floor itself. But, yeah, the walls are made of plants, so you could try.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to find a big stick, see if there's one that's easy to break off.
The first thing you notice when you touch one of the sticks is that they feel smooth. Like smooth wood, like artificial wood, but they look like real wood. And then you try to break it off and roll me a physique. It's really hard. Like Titus would know, oh, this is more difficult than it should be.
Got a 6.
Okay, so yeah. So Titus, like... I don't know if Titus lifts or anything like that. No, but, like, you start breaking it off, and you're like, oh my god, like, this is harder than, like, lifting the bomb. Like, weight-wise. So you rip it off, finally, and it splinters. And then where... The stick you have, just, you know, it's broken off, like, stick, right? The branch you got it from, you immediately see the wood start to, like, regrow and flatten, like, into just, like, a flat, like, log type thing. Does that make sense? Like a clean cut. It, like, starts to create it, like, a clean cut from it. And then, if you keep watching it, a little twig grows from the center and stops.
Oh, okay.
But now you have a stick.
Got a stick, so can I just try to get the end of it on, and then I'll walk through and try to...
It takes a long time to ignite, but eventually it does, and then it holds the fire really well. And then it doesn't even start to, like, move down. Like, the fire doesn't start to move down the stick, it just stays at the top. Almost like how a torch would work, but this is just a stick. So it's, again, a little weird. But you can start lighting things.
Yeah, I'm going to start walking down the line, start lighting these bowls.
Okay, yeah, so the more you light, the more light you get in the room, more symbols. Both of you roll me another both of you roll me a lore now.
Got a 2.
I
Okay.
got have 3.
Yeah, like lots of symbols, and Siren still seems interested. The more you light, the more he like looks, but he doesn't do anything. He just keeps looking at them. Yeah, and eventually you guys get to the end of the the whole room is basically lit, and it's pretty dim for like being lit. Like even though there's a lot of light coming in, like a church wouldn't be this poorly lit. Does that make sense? But yeah, you can't like the tunnel. Like at the end of the room, you guys are relatively close now that you're done lighting the torches, and you can't see into it. It gets suddenly really dark again. You can't see into it, at least. And then there's a pause, right? Maybe you guys are looking at it, and then both of you roll me a physique.
Uh-oh. The thing that I don't have.
Oh. That's gonna be a 2.
Roll me a notice next.
This is gonna be a negative 2.
Oh my God, Tanlin.
And 2 for notice.
Okay.
2 2s.
5, a 5 to notice.
Roll me a notice for Siren.
Man, he's trying to help us so much right now.
It's crazy.
We're about to die.
Just so funny.
Satan just walks out and like, oh no.
It's a 2.
So you both get lightheaded, like suddenly. And Jesse, what was your first notice roll, or your notice roll?
2.
And yours was 5, Tanlin? Mm-hmm. So you both start to get lightheaded, and then Tanlin, you hear that noise. Only you hear that noise. Titus, you don't hear anything. But it's really quiet all of a sudden. And you both are still like getting like really lightheaded. Like you guys are getting like vertigo. Like it's hard to like focus for a bit. It's just a normal like, Wednesday afternoon for Titus. But yeah, so you hear that sound really quietly in here. And Siren kind of looks around, just around the temple. Again, a little tense, but he doesn't leave or anything. And then for you, the sound subsides, and the like vertigo, like queasiness starts to go away.
Oh, for good.
And so now we're gonna go back to Adam.
Okay. Jack, Elrond.
Yes, so Jack, there are bombs in here. There are some that seem ready to be detonated.
Yeah.
There's one you touched, and it made a tss sound. Who knows what's up with that? It actually blows up, and you die.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I have my third character prepared already.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it worked out perfect.
So, Adam, what does Jack do?
So the 2 that were like the heaviest, like the ones that seem ready to like are bombs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna load them up.
All right. So yeah, your saddle has like compartments, and so maybe oh my God, your dragon's name.
Sorry,
Staghorn.
Staghorn, Elkhorn.
Yes, Staghorn. Like, you walk over to him, and you just see a scientist be like, wait, with his hands up, and he just gets like water blasted, like back into the wall and knocked out.
Oof.
And then you start putting the bombs on the saddle, and Staghorn like adjusts a little bit. He might be a little uncomfortable with the weight or something. But yeah, there's more cases in there and stuff like that. Just letting you know. That's all.
Well, I have all the bombs, right?
That you've tested. There are maybe about 10 more that you have yet to test.
I'll run back in there and test those.
All right, it's going to take a couple more minutes.
So I'm going to tell Staghorn that if things start to look hairy, to leave with the bombs and go back to the ship.
All right. Things don't look hairy.
Nice.
So you go back in, start testing bombs. Roll me a investigate.
I got a 4 this time.
Yeah, you're doing the same test. Oh, God. Roll me like physique, I guess, or athletics. Either one.
2.
You shake... No, you lift one. You shake one. You're shaking like a baby. You're not supposed to do that, Adam. You lift one, and this is heavy too, and you hear...
It's not stopping when I put it down?
And it stops.
Okay.
Like it goes longer, and then it stops.
I'll leave that one.
You leave that one?
Yeah.
So that was the last one. What are you gonna do next?
That's all.
So yeah, sorry, I forgot. I was like, you're done. You're good, buddy.
It's done.
So yeah, there's another one that seems ready, but the rest are either duds or half ready, based on again your test.
Then I'll just take that other heavy one.
All right, so you got 3 of them.
Yep.
Plus the other one that you guys gave.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna then kind of saddle it up and get on Staghorn and leave.
All right. How fast are you moving?
Well, so actually, I had a quick question. First, I want to like look and see if I could find any. Like, do I see any important looking scientists?
No.
Okay, then yeah.
Didn't you kill the one? Yeah, you killed the one.
Yeah, I threw him off my dragon.
Yeah.
He was being high and mighty, so I proved a point.
Hey man.
He thought he was God.
So no, like most of them have cleared out by now anyway.
Except for the ones that have been knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly out then.
All right. So how fast are you moving?
As quickly as Staghorn can.
How fast is Jack moving to get out of there too? Like separate, like because you obviously get on him, but like you're kind of looking around and stuff like that. Are you like hurrying, or are you kind of like, are there any people here?
I have bombs on me. If for like first scan, I don't recognize anything that looks important. And like you said, people are cleared out already. I'm assuming if there is anything important, it's probably out. And I wasn't told anything else. Like I scared some dude, and he didn't tell me there was anything else crazy here. So I'm just gonna dip out.
Roll me Staghorn's fly.
2. It was a good fly too. I just rolled bad.
That's rough. Okay. So you leave the building, and Staghorn starts flying up, and maybe the bomb's weighing him down a bit, right? So it's a little harder for him to move. Maybe there's just like a second of silence that Jack is like, like it's uncomfortable, like almost cosmically uncomfortable. And then so first there's just fire, right? Like you're almost out of range, and you and Staghorn are thrown like forward, right, by like gusts of like physical force, I guess. I'm like trying to remember high school physics, but so you guys are thrown forward. Staghorn loses like his like lift, right? Like so you guys are kind of in a free fall. You're maybe like 70 feet up when this happens.
It's a moment, and then you just a fearful cannonball as I'm falling.
So have Jack roll me a notice.
Cannonball, but bad. 1.
70 feet of fire up.
Sorry, that's so much fire.
So high.
And then maybe like 40 feet to the side. And like a circle, right? Just gone, right? You see, no, Jackson a free fall. He doesn't notice that. Never mind. And then you hear rock breaking, and the fire like is still going as you're falling. So then you got 70 feet of damage unless you can figure a way out of this. 70 feet of damage kills you.
Start flying again?
Okay, so Staghorn tries to roll Staghorn's fly.
5.
I hate you. Okay, so Staghorn like
only when it matters.
Okay. Roll me Jack's athletics. So what Jack clocks, okay, Staghorn regains his lift. Bombs are falling. Like one of the bombs from him has fallen out. One of the bombs from his saddle has fallen out. Staghorn can choose Jack or the bomb. The bomb is kind of like flying down. He can do one of you. You get me?
I wasn't hooked in.
Your cord broke with the explosion.
I'm gonna direct him to get the bomb.
Okay. Roll me.
He had one thing that I told him earlier. If things get hairy, take the bombs and go back to the
No, I hear you. So yeah, Staghorn chooses the bomb because and now you roll me a physique and an athletics. Athletics first.
0 for athletics.
Okay, roll me your physique.
0 for physique.
Oh my God, Adam! I'd say you take 4. You have to mark off a middle consequence.
So I have 2 physical stress already.
That it moves passes.
No, I know, but moderate or middle?
Moderate.
Okay.
So moderate. So you land and you just hear, and you're like, that's something broken. You get your bearing. So dust is like settling around you. It's actually almost like being in a sandstorm for a minute. There's like rubble, like kind of, but you and Staghorn are lost now. Like you don't know where he is, and you just like start to like get up, and you're like, and you fall a bit, and you look at your wrist, and you're like, that shouldn't be purple, and everything else is sore, right? You push up with the other hand. You look at your arm. There's some like shrapnel, like it's bleeding, but you don't feel anything in there. I'm sure Jack's been like almost shot, or like
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, feels like a broken wrist, and maybe some like bleeding, right? But your legs seem okay. Like they're sore, they hurt, but you don't feel anything broken.
So I'm gonna take out one of my knives that I coated in
Toxin,
and I'm just gonna kind of like nick my wrist with it, so I can just make my arm go numb.
All right, yeah. Jack's so used to it, it doesn't affect his mind. It just numbs like certain areas. Yeah. So you know, like the pain, like maybe adrenaline is stopping at first. You're like, oh, that's starting to hurt, and they're like, oh, no, it's good now. You can't feel it, but you can't feel your arm, but
yeah. Then I'm just gonna like knife away, gun out, start walking.
Okay. Roll me just flat again.
+1.
Okay. So you start walking. And you're a little preoccupied. You don't know where your dragon is. Like, there's dust everywhere. It's kind of hard to see, like, anything, like, past 5 feet in front of you.
I didn't see him get the bomb.
You don't see that. Like, Jack doesn't see that. But, like, dramatic irony-wise, we know that he did.
For sure.
But there's also not another explosion yet. And it would have happened by now. So, like...
True.
So you start walking. And, you don't see much outside of, like, some crumpled buildings. You're like, oh, this is bad. And then maybe you're, like, looking, and you take a step, and you're like, oh, I'm going to fall, right? Like, it must be, like, a crate or something. And you step back, and you look down. It's the bottom of the island's gone. Like you are looking down. Like it. You've never seen anything like that. Like, that's not how islands look normally, right? So you've seen the open sky, but this is a crater... like just completely open in the middle of this thing.
I think Jack kind of like falls to his butt.
Okay.
Sort of like staggered, like he's
Yeah.
hurt. He's like, war, right? Like we fight, and then like kind of like, and like sits down. I think it is sat down, and then like.
What kind of noise does Staghorn make in general? What does he sound like?
Like a hiss, probably, like some kind of like hiss.
You hear loud hissing from behind you. I mean, you know it's Staghorn, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know that you recognize the sound, and it's like you can kind of pick up he's just hissing in directions, kind of like worriedly. He doesn't seem like hurt, like you're not hearing pain in his voice, just like.
I think I kind of. Over here, buddy.
You hear, and like stops instantly, and then you just hear thump, 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 thump. And he runs over to you, and yeah, he has the bomb, like you know how like pandas can kind of walk up on 2 legs? He's like doing that with like the bomb in his arms, and then he like falls to his side because he can't hold himself up like that without running. And he's just looking at you, and I think Jack can tell you're like, oh, he's like upset too, right? Like this has disturbed him too.
It's one of those things, right, that it's beyond nature. Yeah. Like, it's not a natural occurrence, and so it would fuck with anything that is natural. Like, this isn't normal. And so I'm like, I just kind of like pet his side. I'm like, yeah, but this isn't good. And I'm gonna climb on his back and be like, let's get out of here.
For sure. So yeah, you hop on his back. You clip in. You try to actually, and then you're like, fuck. Like it. So yeah. Would Jack carry a backup like harness, like clip?
No.
Okay. So then yeah, you're flying. This is dangerous, but you've done it. Like, you know. So yeah, you guys start getting some air lift. It takes Staghorn a little bit to try and fly again. Like, this is not easy. But all 3 bombs are there. 3? Yeah. All 3 bombs are in the saddle. B. We're going to cut back to you, and maybe, you and Tandem are, like, on the ship, like, Tandem's, like, trying to bandage your wounds and, like, check, and he's talking to you. He's like, so what happened back there? Can you explain everything to me, B? Because, I don't know. There was that thing you guys brought on board, and then...
Tandem, all you need to know is that there's...
And then... You say that, and then like you in the far distance, right? You just see a little bit of light and like a little bit of fire. Like to you, it's tiny, but you're like, we've been sailing for like an hour at least, like or half an hour, like something like that. So it's in the distance, and you're like, oh,
that can't be good.
Yeah. We're gonna cut back. You guys, maybe you're looking at the tunnel, and then the island shakes. Like, and the earthquakes don't happen on floating islands. And you hear like a loud, like roarous, like boom, like somewhere outside. It's a little quieted because you guys are in the temple, right? But it's still loud. And Siren like stops, like when a cat like gets caught out with something, it just stops and like looks, and like Siren stops and like is looking at you, D'vonne.
Do you think did we anger the dragon god?
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but that might be our cue to skedaddle.
Well, we gotta find out what's in this tunnel.
Yeah.
This may be our only opportunity. I'm sure after this, the Republic's gonna lock this place down.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what the fuck is going on in here.
Okay, so you guys aren't gonna check anything. You're just gonna continue.
Yeah, we're gonna
just
continue.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I mean, you guys also have a straight up torch now, right?
Yeah.
With that stick, like you can light the torches on the side of the wall, but you also have a torch yourself. And you enter the tunnel, and it's dark again, but you make out like it's this is like a half circle shaped room, and you can light bowls. Do you want to do more of that?
Yeah, might as well just do it as we're walking through.
Yeah, so it's maybe like 30 feet wide, and then it's a half circle, and the longest point is, let's say, like 20 feet. And you're lighting the bowls, and maybe like you guys are chatting, right? And Siren, you don't notice when Siren is gone. Like he's in the room, right? You're not like, my baby's left, but like he's not with you guys for a second, right? Maybe just reading more text. You guys are talking and looking at the symbols, and then you get to the last bowl, you light it, and then they all go out.
Oh. And
then they all go up again, and they're lit green. Like the fire is like a green color. And above you, you look up, and the branches are twisting and turning, and you're hearing wind come through it, and it's that quiet, like, dragon sound you heard earlier. And you feel wind blowing on you guys. And the top, like, against the ceiling towards the back of the room, a simple idol of a multi-headed dragon descends. Like the branches open up as if they're alive, and the idol descends and then lands on the floor. It's maybe 10 feet tall. It's about 10 feet tall, and multiple heads. It looks very simple, and it looks like it's made out of wood. Only one of the heads is colored, and it's colored green. And it looks at you. Like, it feels like it's looking at you. It doesn't look directly at you. Could you imagine? It turns its head. It feels pants. Like, you know how, like, it feels like when eyes, it feels like they're following you in paintings? It's almost like that. You're like, oh, it feels like it's following me, even though, like, I'm moving around the room.
Oh, can I have a quick question?
Yeah, of course, Jesse. Anything for you,
when
Jesse.
You said descending, when it descended, is like the tree lightly putting it down, or did it drop?
No, it lightly pulls it down.
Okay, sorry. I just wasn't sure about that.
No, it's a fair question.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end for today. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of 5 Gems in a Trenchcoat. Do we want to plug our stuff?
Yeah. You can find other stuff we do at Advan's Armory, ADAVANS, at Advan's Armory on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my art account, Gremlin Frog Art on Instagram and Twitter.
And then you can follow us on social media at 5 Gems in a Trenchcoat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5 Gems Official on Twitter. And we now have a Blue Sky account, so if you're on Blue Sky, you can follow us on there.
Also, if you like what we're doing and you're enjoying it and stuff, leave reviews and likes. We'd love that.
Yeah.
We love reviews and likes, and we also have a Ko-Fi.
Yeah, we have a Ko-Fi if you want to fuel our energy drink obsession for recording days.
Thank
Good
you.
for us.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Hello! Thank you for listening to 5GMs in a Trench Coat. Be sure to follow us on social media at 5GMs in a Trench Coat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5GMs Official on Twitter. If you liked the episode, please rate us 5 stars and leave a little comment. And if you'd like to support us further, you can leave a little tip on our Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/5GMs in a Trench Coat. Thanks, and catch you on the next episode. Bye!